Hello. Do I look like a Scottish lass? Has my hair started to clump together from the mist yet? For some reason in movies I feel like it always looks really cool when girls' hair clumps together in the rain. But when mine does, it just looks kind of sad and stringy. But that's not why we're here today. First of all, we're here because it's a beautiful, moody, rainy day, and I was inside my house, and I was enjoying it, but I kept looking outside and thinking I should go out there. And, I really wonder what it would be like if at times I would just go outside without bringing cameras along and just, walk around, look around. I bet I would feel better because then I wouldn't be beating myself up for not having any crazy cool ideas. But anyways, it's fine because I have something that I'm going to talk to you about, and it's not super thought out, but it's just an interesting thing that I've been thinking about. There's some specific people that I want to talk to in person about this too, because I really wonder what they'll say. So I'm curious what you'll say. But here's the thing. In some of my previous videos, I have touched on the fact that I have a hard time believing people when they compliment me, essentially. I have a hard time believing that I'm good at what I do, all these things. Why? It's silly because I don't know if that's actually true. Here's what I mean. And here's why, wait, let's do this. Here's why I thought of this and been thinking about this. Story time. I don't know how to tell the story. I thought about how to tell this story without, if the person that this story is about, I don't want them to feel bad. But basically, I had an interaction with someone in which, and this happens all the time, I do this, you do this, we probably all do this, okay? But they expressed something kind of like an insecurity, and I was like, and it was specifically about how they looked in a particular photo, okay? And I was like, I thought it looked really good. And I even in that moment went back and looked at the photo. I was like, did I miss something? Like, am I blind? And I was like, no, like this photo looks really good. And I said, I don't think they compared themselves to an animal. And I said, I don't think you look like that, okay? I thought it looked really good. And they said, thank you for your kind words. Basically, I still think I did the wrong thing and I looked bad. And in that moment, I just had this realization, because I don't think I've been on that side of it very often, where I'm the person complimenting someone and someone else is disagreeing with my compliment, basically. And I just had this moment where I was like, one, that makes me feel bad as the complimenter, because it feels like someone's saying, well, like, I don't value your opinion. I believe my opinion more than I believe your opinion, okay? Like, that's effectively what you're saying. When someone compliments you and you disagree with them, you're saying, I value what I think about myself. I think I'm a better expert on this than you are. And sometimes that may be true. Someone may be complimenting something in which they have no idea, like, what goes into it. And, oh man, it stopped me in my tracks, because I was like, oh my word, is this how I make other people feel? Oh no. Because I think it's a weird mix of, like, you're trying to maybe be humble because, like, you don't want to take credit for something that you don't, like, do. Okay, distraction past. I think that my question is, okay, here's actually my question. Question number one. What if when someone compliments me or says something like that, what would happen if I believe them? And two, what's the fear? Like, what's the fear? Because obviously it's fear that keeps someone from believing a compliment, right? Like, clearly it has to be, right? And I have spent so many hours the last couple of weeks thinking about this. And I just can't like quite figure out what the fear is, because it's like, I guess maybe that like I would believe that I'm better than I am, and then that would be like arrogant and all these things. But I know that I'm never going to act arrogant. Even if I believe that I'm better than I am, I'm still not going to be arrogant about it. And then when you think about like, okay, what would happen? What would happen if I believed this person? And only good things. Like, that's what's so crazy to me, is I just keep thinking about this and I'm like, only good things would happen. If I believed every single person that said, your work is amazing, you do beautiful things, I love this is incredible, you look incredible, like, I'm just like, oh my word, mind blown. Wait, you mean I can just believe these people? What was I saying? Oh, if people were, what's the opposite of complimenting? Criticizing? Yes. If people were criticizing me, I would believe them. Full stop. Now, in the moment, I might be like, oh, they're wrong. Oh, but like, I would take their words to heart way more than I take the compliments to heart, because the compliments, now granted, sometimes the compliments are given very lightly, especially like on social media. That's how I think is very hard. It's like, you don't see these people, you don't see them face to face. And yes, they're just typing out something, but they did take the time to do that. So what if I just start believing what people are telling me? And I don't know if the fear is like, oh, well, like if you just believe everything that everyone tells you, you're just going to be gaslit all the time. I'm not saying believe the negative, horrible things that people tell you. Like, use your brain. And if someone's lying to you to get something, fine. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. This feels like someone's complimenting you, someone's encouraging you, and you say, I mean, I didn't think I did that good of a job, but thank you for saying so. Thank you for saying that. You are literally gaslighting yourself into your saying. So gaslighting is when you tell someone else that like basically like something, usually it's like something didn't happen, or like that's not the way that it was, you're remembering it wrong, like that kind of thing. And that's basically what you're doing, is you're saying to yourself, you didn't do a good job, this isn't a good job. And I understand, I think especially if you're someone who's a creator or someone who has like a little bit more of like perfectionism, what you want is like, what you're trying to express to this person is like the dissatisfaction that you have with yourself, because you don't want them to think that you think that this is the best you could do. Is that it? Is that all of it? Is that all of it right there? You don't want them to think that you think that this is the best you could do. And so the question is, how do you express that? What I've been trying to do this year is when someone compliments me, I just say, thank you. That's really nice to hear. Thank you. I really appreciate you saying that. Like, thank you that, something along those lines. I don't ever want to like downplay what I've done. And that's difficult to do. It's difficult to take comments like that. It feels like my eyelashes are sticking together. What is happening? Okay. So I guess my question is, do you struggle with this? I wonder if this is very particular to people who maybe are more perfectionistic. I really wonder if that's not a huge part of this, because I was trying to think about my friends who maybe do struggle with this and the ones who don't. And I think the ones that do might tend to be a little bit more like me, where we have these lofty ideals for ourselves and we pretty much never meet them. We always can see like how we could improve. And it's really important to me to be humble. But then you have this weird thing where you're prideful in your humility, which makes zero sense. So basically, this is what I'm saying. What if you believed other people when they told you good things about yourself? Just what would happen? What would happen if you believed them? Like, what was the worst case? What's the best case? What's the worst case scenario is maybe down the line you find out they were lying to you to manipulate you, I guess. I guess that would be the worst thing. But like, yeah, what's the worst thing that could happen? And most likely, like, if you just believed what people are telling you, the good things that they're telling you. Oh, I just heard an owl. Well, I love that. Anyways. Because I think the whole thing of like, believe in yourself, like, that's great and all. I feel like a lot of people say that. But that's, I don't know, it's very wishy-washy, I feel like. Anyways, doesn't matter. And then, what if you stop gaslighting yourself and just saying, there's the owl again. I doubt you'll be able to hear it through my mic. What if you, like, and here's my question too, of like, if you are willing to gaslight yourself, aren't you, doesn't that mean you're going to let other people gaslight you? And what's the fear? What's the fear here? What could possibly go wrong if you just accepted that what other people are saying about you is true? Of course, ignore all the negative things that people are saying about you. You know, yeah, why do we do that? Why do we believe the negative things, but like put down the positive things? I don't understand that. So anyways, this is all I really have to say. Basically, I've just had a mindset shift, and I am just going to choose to believe people when they tell me, when they compliment me, I guess. So please compliment me down below. If you criticize me, I won't believe it. And I hope you enjoyed Melody in the Iowa lowlands. And yeah, you know, maybe we can chat again sometime. So hope you enjoyed this little ramble. I'm going to go find that owl now and take it home to be my pet.